Welcome back to Science Sunday and happy Easter. This week we're doing a demonstration on how the cells inside your body operate by using Easter eggs. Check it out.
So the way this investigation works is you have to pick something that is going to be very similar, as similar as possible to the cells in our body. You're actually made up of trillions of cells. And we know that when you eat food and you drink liquids, somehow those things, the food and the liquids, can provide energy for you and nutrients for your cells. So there has to be a way for that energy from your food and the nutrients that you consume to get inside your cell. So our model that we are going to use are actually chicken eggs. And I have been soaking them in vinegar for about 2 days. And the reason I did that was to remove the hard outer shell that surrounds chicken eggs, because our cells don't have a shell. And so when I removed the shell, they are now very similar to the cells in our body because they have what's called a cell membrane on the outside. And that's what they look like water balloons right now. So the outside covering, that cell membrane that looks like a water balloon, is actually still offering protection for the shell and is keeping all that liquid that's inside protected and not from, prevent it from spilling all over the place.
All right, so I'm gonna set up my experiment. I've got 7 cups here to represent the different variables that I'm going to put my eggs in. The one in the middle here is my control. So we're gonna leave that one alone, just put an egg in and leave it alone to see what happens just by itself. And then I've got 6 different things that I'm going to adjust and put 1 egg in each one to see what the impact is. I'm gonna weigh my eggs before I put them in and then after to see if there's any change in their weight or their mass. And that'll tell me if anything was able to go in or out of the cell. So the things I decided to test, because I had them in my kitchen, I've got corn syrup here, which is like a sugar syrup. I've got plain water. I'm gonna make a saltwater solution. I'm gonna make a water solution, but I'm gonna add some red food coloring. I'm also gonna make one that's blue. And I'm going to make a sugar water solution. So similar to corn syrup, they both have sugar, but this one's just gonna be table sugar and water dissolved in, so it's a liquid. This is more thick, so I'm gonna see if there's any difference. All right, so our eggs have been sitting for a little over 24 hours now. So now we're gonna take them out, weigh each one, and that will tell us whether the mass has changed of our eggs and whether any substances have gone in and out of the cell. Okay, so here's our data written out now on the screen. And I went ahead and did a little bit of calculations to figure out the difference. So when I subtracted our before weight from the after weight, that's our difference. So a little bit of math involved here. And what I noticed, so kind of look at what you see. What does the data tell us? So osmosis is a process that happens not just in these chicken eggs, but also in the eggs, in the cells of your body and any living thing that's made of cells. So what's happening with our cell membranes, they're semi-permeable. So semi meaning a little bit, like half. Permeable means things can go in or out. So if you thought about what might be going in and out of our eggs, you said water, you're correct. So water is actually able to go in and out through the cell membrane, whether it's these eggs or the cells in your body, and it can go freely one way or the other way. Now, it's not random, but what it's trying to do is it's trying to reach an equilibrium. So equal meaning it's right in the middle. And so what it's trying to do is trying to balance out the concentration.
of the things around it, like the sugar and the salt and different things that are inside and outside of your cells, nutrients.
While recreating this at home or in the classroom, be sure to head over to our website, turnitt23.com/Science Sunday, where I have compiled a half-hour episode of Kristen's full lesson plan and her step-by-step instructions to help your students learn about their eggs in osmosis. We'll see you next week.